back with today's lesson where we're going to be talking about how to manage your LinkedIn group so that you can keep your group members engaged and also save time on your management activities. Now, in the previous lesson, we talked about how to set up your group and get all the group rules and all the right settings in place. Now we want to actually start populating the group with content and start moderating it on a daily basis to make sure that you keep the integrity of the group. So let's go to LinkedIn and see how we do this. Now, this group is just a group I created for this particular example. So what you want to do is in the first week of the group, you want to go in here and start posting content every day. And you also want to make a discussion asking people to introduce themselves. So it would look kind of like this. And then you put a description just telling people, hey, if you're new to the group, introduce yourself here and tell us a little bit about what you do and what you're hoping to get out of the group. And then you would hit share. And then you just leave that there. And then every day, come in here, add content, some of it being the content that you wrote. Ideally, by now, you have a monthly content calendar with all the posts that you're making and all the discussions that you plan to create. So go in here and add those, and also find additional content that you might find on like YouTube or some other websites that'll be of value to the group members that you're hoping to attract. The idea is to start getting some content going so that when we launch the group, it's not just like this dead group that's got just nothing going on. So I'm going to go back over here to manage, and should you need help managing your group, what you can do is go over here to participants and then members. And if you had a lot of members, you could be able to change the role. So you can find members by their name, and then you can change the role to moderator, manager, or if they are being annoying, you can also remove or block the person or block them and delete them from the group. So this is where you would go and manage that. You can see any requests to join here, and anybody that you've blocked would be under here. Now, as you start getting discussions, all of the submissions for the discussions are going to be up here. So whenever you have something to manage, LinkedIn's actually going to tell you there's going to be a little number up here on the manage. So you'll know that there's been activity that you need to come in here and approve, and you would just do this here. Anything that you don't like or that seems too spammy, you can move it over to promotions or just not accept it at all and just delete it. Initially, you're not going to have a ton of activity going on in your group because there's not going to be that many members, but as the group grows, you will have more activity, and especially if you decide to take over an already established group, chances are there's going to be a lot of submissions every day. So depending on how much activity there is with the group will depend on how much you'll have to come in here and moderate it. Really active groups, you might want to come in here in the morning and in the afternoon. Not so active groups, you might just want to just do a little bit in the morning. If you're taking over a group from an already established group owner, then what you want to do is, as we mentioned before, put your content in early in the morning, make sure your content gets in the Daily Digest email, and then approve everybody else's content after that. So kind of plan your day based around those times. You want to have your most important content already posted by 9 a.m. and then everything else you can approve in the afternoon. Make sure that you're following your own group rules and that the content that's being placed in the group is actually that of the topic of the group. If you're letting one person post too much, that doesn't look good. So again, this is why in the group rules you'll see that we put not to let people post more than twice a week. So make sure that you maintain the integrity of the group, follow your own rules, and make sure that if this is a group where you're trying to attract prospects, that you're the only one posting the content around your industry and what you do to help, and that you don't have other competitors in here competing with you for your prospects, but you're providing valuable content that your prospects want, and you're allowing others to post valuable content that they would find interesting as well. This should not be a group where it's just all about you and you're doing all the posting. You definitely want the group to be engaged, because if it's all about you, at the end of the day, this group is not going to grow organically, and that's eventually the point that you want to get this group to. So yes, you want to be the leader in the group and be seen as the authority and not really allow too many of your competitors in here, but at the same time, you want to let everybody else that's posting in the group have a voice. And if somebody gets too out of line and they're just posting too much like every single day and they're just filling the group with spam, just send them a message and say, hey, look, you're not following the rules. Please adhere to our rules, otherwise I'm going to have to moderate you. And for the most part, people will be cool as long as you reach out in a respectful manner. So next, you want to begin posting content and moderating your new group. Start filling it up so that it's not such a ghost town in there before you actually launch the group and start inviting members to it. And you want to assign group moderators if you will be seeking help. And once you do that, you want to go ahead and earn your badge. And I'll see you in the next lesson where we're going to be talking about strategies to actually grow your group after we've got some activity in it. So I'll see you on the next lesson. Bye-bye.